My son was 5 or 6 years old. He was standing on the edge of the diving board at the pool. First dive. You can always tell a kid who's got his first dive ahead of him because he just sits there and bounces. Ever seen this kid on the diving board? If a kid's just standing there doing this and he's not going in the water, it's because he's never gone in the water before. And he's just trying to get the feel. And you can almost picture what's going through his head, right? Oh, I can swim over in that shallow end easy. Water's only up to here on me. I just go back and forth like Michael Phelps, right? But now I'm in this big, deep tank. I can hardly see the bottom. And they can't compute in their little heads. That's still just water on the top, just like the water at the top over there. And if you could swim out down there, you could swim up here. But some little kids just think if there's deeper water, if it's over my head, I am going to drown. So there's my kid. Cooper's bobbing up and down. And I'm over here on the side, right? There's this whole line of other kids who have come to the pool to enjoy themselves, waiting for the diving board. And they're just like little adults. Come on. If you're going to use the express line, don't use the checkbook, or anyway, okay. That comes later in life. But they're standing there with that look on their face. And so I'm starting to get antsy. Cooper's up there bobbing up and down. I'm like, buddy, we've gone over this 100 times. You can do this. Just, point your head and just fall forward. It won't hurt. And as soon as you hit the water, just start swimming for the ladder. You can do this, buddy. Okay, Dad, here we go. All right. I can't do it. And the kid turns around. He walks off the diving board. Now, what happened next, I cannot officially condone as good parenting. I don't know if it is. I'm not sure. But it's what I did. He comes off the diving board and he walks up to me, 5-year-old son. He kind of buries his head in my hip and I'm consoling him. But then something made me stop shaking his, and I reached down, I grabbed the back of his trunks. I turned and put my hand on the front of his chest. And he's like, what? And he starts screaming. So much for a covert attack, huh? What are you doing? And so I pick him up, and yes, I did. Arms flailing, him screaming, right? Hits the water. I mean, as soon as he started yelling, the lifeguard in the chair, 16-year-old, I don't know, just the official on parenting, I guess, comes down off her chair. She's got her megaphone, and she's barking at me, you cannot throw your kid in the pool. And she's just, telling me how to parent. And I was a little uncomfortable for a second. But I was trying really hard not to pay attention to her because I had just thrown my 5-year-old into the deep end for the first time. So I'm trying to focus on him. Is he coming up? Yes, he is. That's a positive. And in my mind, I'm saying, okay, pal, swim, pull for the ladder. Go, buddy, go. And as soon as Cooper broke the top, broke the surface, he's like, oh, there's a ladder. And doggy paddled right over it. Grabbed the sides, blew out the pool that he just swallowed, crawls up the ladder, walks out, and while the lifeguard is still berating me, you cannot throw your kid in the pool. Coop walks up beside me, hugs my hips, says, thanks, Dad, gets in line for the diving board right there. Isn't that great? Now, I can't condone that. Don't go home today and chuck your kid in the pool and say, Pastor Mark said so. I will deny it. But here's the deal. I'll close with this. We won't get to the last one, but here's the deal. Every once in a while in life, God's got to throw us in the deep end, doesn't he? I mean, we're standing there and we're like, okay, God, I trust in you. You're first. I can do this. We can all things. Christ who strengthens me, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to do this. And he says, no, we're going to do this. And then you go. You might be floundering in the deep end right now. Okay. Know this. He's watching. He's not going to let you drown. And he's pulling for you to reach the ladder. And he knows that if you can get through this, if you've counted the cost, and you're in this for the long haul, this too shall pass. It's my mom's favorite phrase. I come to her and whine, and she says a couple things that don't really matter, and then she just looks at me and says, well, Mark, in the end, this too shall pass. God will get you through it. He's got you. Do you trust him? Is he number one in your life? We put some stuff on the back of your notes today. There's a little cross emblem there. Now you'll take it, and here's what I want you to do with it. You'll take it, you'll fold it in half, and then you'll fold it in half again this way, so it's like a little cross picture like that. This will set up really nice on your desk. Watch. Isn't that cool? You can put it on your desk at work. You can put it in your dashboard of your car. It just says carry your cross. Just a reminder that this is the life we've been given. It's to put Jesus first. If you're more electronic, more technological, you can go on our website this week, and there's a little button on there that'll allow you to download this same graphic as your wallpaper. I encourage you to do that. Just have it be the thing that the first thing you turn on in the morning is this reminder to carry your cross. And now, may you and I be willing to count the cost and to pay the cost no matter what it is. May you and I be willing to love Jesus so much that in comparison, everything else we love looks like hate. And may you and I be willing to daily pick up our cross and follow him.